Hello, my name's Jackie, welcome back to my channel, and today is day 1 of Nanowrimo. Or, technically it's day 2 of Nanowrimo because it's November 2nd, and if you saw my last video, you will know that I only finished my Preptober work a little bit earlier today, so I'm already running behind. It's day 2 of Nanowrimo, day 1 for me. So what does that mean? So, if you're new to Nanowrimo, it is a crazy challenge where people around the world all attempt to write 50,000 words of a novel in 30 days. And that would usually work out to 1,667 words a day. I have now missed day 1, so that means my daily total has gone up to about 1,724 words a day. However, I don't want to get into the trap of just continually adding a little bit to each daily total, just because I know with myself and my life, I will probably miss a couple of days this month, so I don't want to get to the stage where it's the last week of the month and suddenly I've got to do 5,000 words a day to keep on track. So what I would ideally like to do is catch up this weekend, which means today and tomorrow I would need to write 5,000 words of my project, Powerless. Honestly, I don't even know if I've got 5,000 words of this story to tell, so I guess I'll start writing and see how it goes. It is now 4:45 on November 2nd still, and this is not going well. I mean, I have a few hundred words and and I know that I haven't spent the last couple of hours actually writing intensely. It's just everything I do is so bad. I don't know, I have scenes in my head, but I can't think of the starting lines, and everything I write just feels cringeworthy, and I know that when you're new to something, you should expect it not to be great, but yeah. I just, and I know this is a pattern for me as well, if I start struggling with something, I have a lot of trouble getting into it, but once I've been in it for 20 minutes, then it's fine. So I just need to consistently do it. I also don't know if this is just because I'm a little bit spent today, because I did finish my Preptober stuff earlier today, and I did film another little bit of a video for that, and I keep thinking about how there's stuff that I didn't say in the outro that I wanted to reflect on. Yeah, so start of Nanowrimo is not going well. Yes, I'm fully horizontal, because it's that time of the day. So my husband's currently out at the gym. I'm going to see how I go until he gets back, and then maybe I'll just, maybe I'll try and have a fresh start tomorrow. I think another one of the things I'm struggling with is that and he's home now. But I think another one of the things I'm struggling with is that I'm trying to vlog this as I go, so there's this constant expectation or feeling like I'm being watched, which means I can't really just focus on the writing. So I think this is going to be all from me for today. I will try to watch without the supervision, and I will check in again tomorrow. So it's now the 3rd of November, technically the 3rd day of Nanowrimo, but the 2nd day for me because I missed the 1st. Yesterday did not go well. I think that part of that was because I was just a little bit spent from doing all of the prep work. There was also a big issue at work on Friday night, so the company I worked for was actually hacked, and there was a bit of Twitter communication that needed to happen, and so I was online doing that past my bedtime, so I was already tired on Saturday, and I also had to finish the planning work, so not the best day to start trying to hit my writing goals. So yesterday I only wrote 337 words, and they were terrible words, so the first thing I did this morning was I deleted them. I don't know if that means I can still use them for Nanowrimo, but if you're the Nano police, let me know, but until I hear otherwise, I am going to count them because I did write them as part of the challenge, and I need all the words I can get. So today is going a bit better though. Today I have 1,456 words, and I'm going to take a bit of a break now just to let myself recharge mentally, but I am hoping to go back to that a bit later today and hoping to get that up to about 2,000 words. They aren't all novel words. Some of them are background and setup, because
This morning when I was trying to figure out what to write, I couldn't figure out how to start any one of the scenes that I wanted to work on, so I thought, okay, I'll just start with what I know, and I started writing more background about the world and the characters and the families and so on. And I think that helped get the juices flowing a little bit, so that when I got back from the gym and then started writing again, I did actually get started on a scene. It's not the first scene of the book. I started in the middle of the book, but I figure it's still part of the book, it's still part of the project, so those words count. So here is the Nanowrimo website. Let me add my first numbers. So I'm going to do words for this session, and I'll do yesterday because I need all the words I can get, so those 337 words are going to count. How did it go? Yesterday was not a good day. Where was I writing? At home? How was I writing? A laptop? When did I start and finish? I don't actually remember, so... Okay, and then let's do that again for today. So it was... How much was it? 14:56. I think it went okay. Part of me wants to do, I feel like that smile's too big, but I feel like the expressionless face is too expressionless, so let's give it a smile. At home, on a laptop again, and, when did I start? I started before I went to the gym, so let's say 7:30 a.m. And for the moment, I finished maybe half an hour ago for this session, so I wasn't writing continuously, but it was during that period. Update progress. So I have 1,793 of my 50,000 words. So words are logged. The total number of words I have so far is 1,793, which means the number I have left to write this month is 48,207 words. Now, even though I do want to continue writing today, if I assume that I don't write anything more today, that means there are 27 days left, and that brings my daily total up to 1,785.4444 recurring. Now, that's not too bad. It's about 120 over what I would have originally been writing if I hadn't messed up the last 2 days. So I think it's doable. I can already see, though, the danger of missing too many days because that total would just keep going up. And if I got to the stage where I had to write 2,500 words or 3,000 words every single day, I think I don't think I'd be able to complete Nanowrimo. So I'm curious to see how I go this week once I'm back at work and have less time because it's not the weekend. But yeah, I feel like there's still hope, so cautiously optimistic. So I am now sitting at just under 5,000 words, so 4,898 words in the challenge. Today I did about 2,500 off the top of my head. I don't remember because I entered it multiple times. Let's see. So I did 2,169. So I'm hoping for a few more 2,000 word days, and that should close the gap in between where I am and where I'm supposed to be, because I'm about a little under 2,000 off where I should be. So it's the 5th of November, and I have tried to vlog, I think 3 or 4 times today, and it hasn't gone well, so I don't know if NaNoWrimo vlogging is for me. Maybe just sitting in my apartment and writing is a better approach. I'm not sure how my footage turned out yesterday, so I'm going to do a quick update on that, and if yesterday's footage didn't turn out well, that's why you're watching this in the edited video. So yesterday was my rest day, which meant I wasn't working out at lunchtime, so I went to this poke bowl restaurant and put out my laptop and wrote there. And it was an interesting experience because it was packed. Like, I have never seen anything like it before. There was a Belgian tourist group who, for some reason, had found this random cafe and all wanted to eat there. And so there was a lot of noise and a lot of people around, but I persevered. And even though they wanted my seat, I think I ignored them and I kept writing. So I got about, I think, 1,366 words done at lunchtime. So then when I got home, I did another 600 or 700 words. So my total for the day was 2,169. So all in all, I am catching up. I am doing more than the 1,667 words a day. My daily total that I need to hit 50,000 words is still higher than it should be because I did miss the first couple of days. But I'm hoping that if I keep doing days around 2,000 words each, that by the end of the week I will have caught up. So my plan for today was taking the camera to work. So I've borrowed my husband's GoPro at the moment, and I headed out and was recording my path to work, but it was so windy today. I mean, so the wind was 31 kilometers an hour today. I don't know if that's a lot. It felt like a lot though. Like my walk to work is about 30 minutes, and at the end of it, I was exhausted because I'd been battling the whole time to get there. So I tried filming on the way to work and did a little bit of selfieing and talking, and that didn't work. So then I went to work, had my day, left, and I did a little bit of filming in the lobby to update you on my day and tell you what was happening. So the update was, hadn't ridden yet, struggled with the wind in the morning, and I was heading to an Estonian Nanowrimo meetup because they were doing a write-in today at one of the national libraries from 5:30 until 7:30. So then I put away the camera, head to the National Library, get there and realise that my phone is gone, and I had left it at this little table next to the chair where I was sitting in the lobby. So I had to power walk back to work, pick up my phone and then go back to the library. So by the time I got back to the library, it was about 15 minutes late and I didn't know where to go. So I checked the description and it said we were meeting in the lobby. No one in the lobby. So I left a message saying, look, where should I go when I get to the library? So unfortunately, no one got back to me. So big failure at my first attempt at a Nanowrimo in-person write-in. However, I did still sit at a table in the library and got some words done. So I've done 1,523 words today. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't film that either because the GoPro, I don't know if I'm doing it wrong, but when I turn it on, it makes all of these beeps, and the library was so quiet that I didn't want to disturb anyone. So I just wrote like a normal person without trying to document it. And now I'm back home where I can talk to the camera and not worry about getting strange looks or disturbing anyone. So I've written 1,523 words today, which is a bit behind my target. So I'm going to quickly have some dinner and hopefully get in another 500 words before winding down for the evening. So it's about 6 p.m. and I've just gotten home from work, which means I've probably got about an hour until my husband gets home. And then we are going to dinner tonight because it's restaurant week in Tallinn. So twice a year they do this restaurant week where for a week all of these fancy restaurants open their doors and offer 3-course meals for 20 or 30 euros. So we're going to a place called Labe, which is amazing. And that is at 8:30. So what I'd really like to do is get my words done in the next hour, so before he gets home from work. So, time to start writing. So I survived NaNoWrimo week 1, and I just wanted to give you a quick recap of my week, what went well and what didn't, and what I'm hoping will happen in week 2. So the week did not get off to a good start, as you know. I completely missed day 1 and day 2. I just didn't get any good words out. I ended up with about 300 that I was able to count towards my goal and just ended up deleting them anyway. However, after that, so the 3rd, 4th, and 5th of November, I did quite well at catching up. I was getting about 2,000 words done a day and was slowly narrowing that gap between where I was with my total word count and where I should be. Now, last night, which was the 7th, so the end of the week, was a bit more difficult, and I think that's because I'm getting to the stage where I've sort of written all of the initial bits of inspiration. I've written the initial bits I was excited about, and now I've got to figure out what goes between them and what comes before and after them. So I think I actually need to go back and do a little bit of planning, and I'm not sure how to do that without having the same problem that I did last Saturday, where I did planning and then I tried to write and I had nothing left for the writing. So I'm thinking about whether I do some of that planning now because it's Friday night and maybe don't try to get the words today and then I can focus on just getting the words this weekend, or or maybe doing it in little bits and pieces and just planning out like the next section I want to write. So I'll see how that goes. Other than that, don't know if weekly vlogging's for me. I really don't know what to film other than sitting here doing these updates and updating my word count. I could take the GoPro out and about with me a bit more, I guess, but things are so windy at the moment that it's really hard to talk when I'm out and about. The other thing is that I don't know how other people do it. Like, I don't know how you vlog in public. It feels really awkward, and I don't know if I'm going to get used to it in the next few weeks, but we'll see. So all in all, Nano did get off to a slow start for me, but as of yesterday, I did have 9,949 words, which, even though it's lower than it should be, is kind of cool because this time last week, I just had an idea for a book that I might write one day, and now I've got almost 10,000 words of that book. So it's, it's just really cool to see those numbers add up. So let's see how next week goes. Bye.